You want to play volleyball games, but sometimes you are also on the bench waiting for an opportunity to enter the match. The coach hasn't put you at the start of the match and you are waiting for a substitution on the bench. What should you do to be as ready as possible to substitute at any time? And what should you also not to do on the bench under any circumstances? I will answer that in this video. As you know, in normal volleyball match you need to win 3 sets and 6 players plus the libero can play. The other players are on the bench during the match waiting for the moment when they can be substituted. And the situation when the coach substitutes you can come at any time. Sometimes it's unexpected because of pain or injury of your teammate, or your teammate has made several mistakes in a row and the coach sends you on the field instead of him. Coaches also often make a tactical substitution to improve their team's play. Then your team may also have substitution specialist, a player who has a good serve and is regularly substituted on serve, a player who will help on the block or with the serve reception. Simply, bench players are often used in matches. And I want to give you some advice on how to best prepare for substitutions. But I also want to tell you what things not to do on the bench. Things not to do on the bench include first and foremost lying or sitting on the ground for a longer period of time. You have warmed up before the game, you have gotten your muscles and body ready to play. And if you sit on the ground or lie on the bench, your muscles will cool down quickly. Especially the muscles in your legs will drain blood. And you don't want that. If you have cold muscles, you won't be well prepared to substitute and participate in the game. Or try it. Sit on the ground for half an hour and then quickly go to the net and try to attack. You will see that your body will be stiff and you won't be attacking like you do when you are warmed up. Then there are players who are not comfortable standing in the designated substitution area with the other players. Instead, they sit on the bench or chair. This is wrong. You are in a static position again. Your muscles and body will get cold and you won't be ready for the game. And as you know, sometimes the coaches makes quick decisions and doesn't give you time to warm up. So don't sit on the bench during the game. I don't recommend wearing sweatpants on the bench. Sure, sweatpants will keep you warm, but their major disadvantage is that they don't come off quickly. And you know, sometimes the coach changes his mind in a second. He will yell to the bench and you'll start taking off your sweatpants in stress. And after a while, you get it done. But you have already missed the moment to substitute. For this reason, I advise you not to wear sweatpants on the bench during the game. Another thing not to do on the bench either is too much exercising. Sure, it's good to do a few exercises while you are on the bench. But if you do, say, 200 push-ups during a game, that's not good preparation for a possible start in a game. Yes, the push-ups will get you warmed up properly. But on the other hand, your arms and pectoral muscles will be tired from that amount of push-ups. You won't be able to make quick dynamic movements on the attack and jump serve. So if you are on the bench working out, don't overdo it. Some of you may be also tempted to play with a volleyball when you are on the bench. Unfortunately, the rules of volleyball do not allow this and referee will immediately warn you and ask you to put the ball away. So don't think about playing with the ball on the bench. There is a better opportunity for that, which I will describe in a moment. As I mentioned earlier, you can't totally cool down on the bench during a game, whether it's your body or your head, and that's why you need to keep your muscles and body warm. And just match shorts and jersey won't do unless it's 30 degrees indoors or outdoors. I recommend using a compression shirt under your jersey and be sure to wear a team sweatshirt over your jersey. Also keep your knee pads on throughout the game. If you use arm sleeves, don't take them off either. Just be dressed to keep your body and muscles warm. Also warm up during the match. I don't mean that you have to do one exercise after another for the entire set or match. However, dynamic shoulder, back, knee and ankle stretching exercises done 2 or 3 times per set will help keep your muscles warm and ready for any substitutions and your start in the match. In every match, coaches take several timeouts. There can be up to 4 timeouts per set depending on the current rules of volleyball. Take advantage of these 30 seconds to make a few runs down the court. Just a few simple runs from the athletic ABCs will get your blood pumping and your muscles warmed up. You can also do a few exercises during your timeouts to get the blood flowing into your upper body muscles with an elastic band, a few squats and lunges, or take some time and do some abdominal exercises and plank for your core. And when the end of the set comes and the break before the set begins, always take the ball and warm up in pairs as you would before a match. It's a good idea to feel the ball during the match, hit the ball a few times and touch the ball in pepper. Again, this activity warms up the body but also the head, which needs impulses and reactions to the ball to be ready for a possible start in a match. Also, I cannot forget, play the game even when you are not playing. Some players, if they are on the bench, they don't care much about the game. They are not playing, so why should they focus on the match? And that's the wrong attitude. First of all, if you are not focused on the game, then when you are potentially substituted, you will be under a lot of mental pressure. Your head has to kick in quickly from lethargy, because being on the bench and playing a game are very different situations. Also, if you don't play a game with the team when you are on the bench, you are not helping the team. You know it yourself that sometimes a game is decided by one little thing, one good ball, and even your help and encouragement during the game is important for the team. Because whether you play or not, you are still part of the team, and only the team wins. So not only be physically ready, but also be mentally ready to help the team. Whether it be by cheering during the game or being substituted or touching a ball once. Even these seemingly small things can help your team a lot. So I believe these advice and tips on what to do during a game on the bench, along with tips on what not to do, will help you become a better player. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.